Yo, it's your boy Chris, and we're back at it again with another video. I'm here with my boy.
Sir, Lim.
Yes, sir. And my boy Lim right here, you know, he's the discipline motivation guru himself. You guys may have seen him on Instagram. You've seen some of his videos.
No, you don't need cold showers. You don't need the Eisenhower matrix, and you don't have to use the Pomodoro technique. What you need is to master boredom.
You know, and we're gonna get into some of the hot topics today. We're gonna talk about some things regarding discipline and mindset, and you guys are just gonna get some gems from us, you know what I mean? Some new mindset. You know, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, like the video, you know, turn on post notifications, and go check out my boy Lim. His socials will be in the description, okay? And let's go ahead and get started, man.
Let's do it.
How you doing? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty solid, man. What about yourself?
I'm feeling good, bro. I'm feeling good. So first, I wanted to talk to you in regards to, you know, your background, you know what I mean? Give me a little bit more about yourself, you know, tell the fans a little bit more about yourself.
Again, my name's Lim. I kind of been in the content game, I guess you could say, for like 2 years now. I didn't initially do discipline. I was kind of just like, I guess, finding my path, finding my way on the internet. I tried like a bunch of different stuff. Tried like running an agency at one point, like building fun. Like I was like all over the place. Eventually, I kind of realized I like talking about self-improvement, like talking about discipline, and I started posting on Instagram, and that's what initially led to me blowing up, was on Instagram, just like talking about discipline, keeping things simple.
That's fire.
That type of thing, but yeah.
Nah, that's lit, man. That's lit. You know, I remember, the funny thing is how I ran into his content. We went to school together. We had a math class together.
Yeah.
And we would always say what's up to each other and stuff like that. Like, always see each other. Like, I think every time I went to the gym, I seen him. You know what I mean? Almost every single time I went to the gym, I seen him. And it was while I was in Miami doing the video session with McQueen.
We're over here at my new apartment. About to go check out the gym right now.
I'm here with the legend, Megan McQueen. I was going through, we were chopping it about some stuff. The next day, I'm going through my thing and I see McQueen like this post, and it was one of his posts. And I'm like, yo, this is one of my like homies. Like, we always see each other at school, but we never like bothered to get each other's socials or anything like that. You know what I mean? We were just cool. And like, it was so funny. So I shot him a DM and I was like, yo, let's get this interview going. This will be fire. So, you know, I'm very happy about that, you know? So tell me a little bit more about, you know, like the school, how Georgia State has influenced you into like, you know, the mindset, you know what I mean? And stuff like that.
Yeah, so definitely, I guess one of the biggest ways Georgia State influenced my mindset is kind of just getting out more. Because like, back in high school, I really get out too much. I was kind of just kept to myself, kept in my room, that type of thing. But once I came to college, I started getting out a bit more, talking to more people, like really, what did you say, like expanding my point of view a little bit. It's like, it's helped a lot with like how I view the world and like how I frame things in my head.
That's fire, bro. That's fire. I'm glad to hear that, man. So let's get into the first hot topic today. We're gonna talk about motivation. You know what I mean? How do you find motivation? You know what I mean? I know you talk a lot about discipline. And one of the things that I really liked about your page was he was talking about, it's not about, you know, how you feel or you need to lock in and stuff like that. He said it's automation. And I think that's really big, because a lot of people really don't know that it's like, even when you don't feel like doing it, you have to get out and do it. You know what I mean? So I really like that about you. Give me some insight on your motivation. How do you motivate yourself? How do you find that motivation? How do you keep going even when you feel like, man, I don't feel like doing it today? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so one of like, I guess the biggest sources of my motivation is my why, and then I guess like going the opposite direction, like why not or what not. So basically like really understanding like what exactly I wanted like from my life, right? Like really like getting that goal, like getting really specific about what that vision is, right? I want to be like well known in the discipline space. Like I want to actually provide value. I want to be like known as, like you see me, like that's that discipline guy. And then like, I guess going in the opposite direction, really understanding like, I guess the anti-vision is like combining that with the vision. So understanding like what would I hate for like my life to end up like just like nobody, like unknown, lazy, unmotivated, like just in my room, not really making anything out of my life, like kind of avoiding that reality, and then like I guess pushing myself towards where I actually want to be. It's kind of
fire. Yeah, that's fire, you know, and like a lot of people, they seem to like, they're always thinking about where they want to be. But I love the approach you take where you say, think about where you don't want to be. And I think that's really big, because honestly, when I started like thinking that way, like after I saw your video, I was like, dang, that's a good point. And honestly, when I thought that way, it's like I got like more motivation to want to work, because it's like, yo, I can't be like him. I can't be like that. I can't be like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's honestly really cool that, you know, you tell people to take the opposite approach, because it'll motivate you more, really. Like, you know what I mean? there's always like aim high. But when you take that approach where it's like, dang, I don't want to be like this.
Yeah.
Not wanting to be like this is gonna make you actually take accountability and seeing your flaws. I think a lot of people don't really know that, bro. Like, that's fire. That was fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's pretty cool that you talk about that, you know, and you know, you elaborate on that, because a lot of people, they really just, they get their heads so high in the clouds, they forget where they're at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, that's fire. You know, next thing I wanted to talk about is the mindset. You know what I mean? Like, what is a part of your mindset, and what did you have to add to your mindset to be like, yo, I gotta stay disciplined?
It's kind of like I guess like the fundamental understanding of like, if I want to get where I want to get in life, I literally just gotta go out and like get the reps, and I gotta get the experience, like get the knowledge. But I actually just gotta do things, and like when I do things, it's like it's a lesson in your head, right? It's experience. You learn something from that.
Yeah.
Then you use that to, I guess, improve your actions in the future. Really just like an action first mindset, just getting out, getting the reps in, and just keep evolving off of that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Is there anything specific that you would say, like if you wanted to give advice to the audience, like what would you say is the first thing that you need to add to your mindset before you can get anywhere? Because everyone that I've talked to and everyone that I've interviewed, you know, some big names, some big YouTubers, you know, millionaires, and the number one thing they say is to build your mind. Like, mindset is important. What would you say is the first thing that you need to do to shape your mindset and to, you know, get into that locked in state, that disciplined state? You know what I mean?
I guess for me, I would say it's like getting that first small win. So like whatever your goal is, like whatever that goal is, really just like taking that first action, taking that first step, kind of proving to yourself that, oh, I actually can do this. And once that thought is implanted in your head, you're gonna want to keep doing it, to keep, like, I guess, upping the score, like running up the score, basically keep stacking those wins on top of each other. Yeah, basically like getting that first action, that first small win is like, it's so essential.
It's very important, bro. Like, I remember filming my first video. That got me the motivation to keep going. Because, man, I used to have a big consistency issue where it's like, I'll start and I won't continue. And I'll get lazy, I'll start, get lazy, won't continue. Start, get lazy, won't continue. You know what I mean? And, you know, eventually, like, the first win, you know what I mean? That first like, you know what I mean? Just the other day, I was telling them, like, one of my homies DM'd me, was like, yo, like, even if you don't know it, like, you're really motivating me to want to, like, actually start an online business, start focusing. You know, he wanted to hop on a call with me and talk about it. I'm like, yo, that's motivation, you know what I mean? That motivates me, I'm not gonna lie, you know? And I think that's very, very important, you know? And honestly, that's amazing that you see it that way, and that taking that first step is better than not taking the step at all. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't know that, bro. Like, a lot of people, they think it's just about, like, oh, like, I'm not, like, look at where I'm at now, I'll never make it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's like, if you don't take that first step, you will actually never make it. You know what I mean? Whereas if you actually take the step, then at least you're getting in that principle, you're gonna learn, that experience is gonna make you better. You know what I'm saying? So now the next topic we'll get into is discipline. The number one, the most important topic that I wanted to talk about. You know what I mean? What do you think people should do to get disciplined and to stay disciplined? Because I think that's the most important thing. Like, not for a week, for a lifetime. You know what I mean? So what do you think?
So really, discipline really comes down to like how efficient or how effective is your system at keeping you going. Basically, the hardest part about discipline, I feel like, is just getting started. Like, once you get started, once that ball starts rolling, it's kind of like a snowball effect. You build momentum, you're just gonna keep doing the thing. The problem is getting over that, like, initial hump, because it takes like a lot of effort. So I guess, like, you know, stay disciplined in the things you're trying to do. So I guess my whole like concept is like making things as easy as possible, making the system as easy as possible. It's like, I don't even got to think about it. I just get up and I do the thing, then I'm on to the next thing. It's really like getting that system down to like as easy as possible, and that all comes down to like making the actions like as simple as possible. So it's like, it really, like, say your goal is you're trying to get right in the gym, right? Basically taking that first step, like, I guess a big part of like where I learned all of this is Atomic Habits, like really making things simple, making things easy. So if you're trying to get right in the gym, kind of having all of your stuff set up beforehand, your gym bag, your protein powder, like anything you need to take, getting on your clothes ready to have it at the door, like get your shoes on, just like take that first step out the door. Once you're out, you're like, okay, I'm already outside, I might as well just like
go and commit to the action.
It's like really commit to that like initial step and just making it as easy as possible.
Nah, that's fire, bro. And I think that ties into what you were saying with automation, right? Like with automation, it's like I've seen habits like I'm looking at other people and I'm like, yo, they make this look so easy. You know what I mean? Like, for example, McQueen, wakes up at 5 a.m. every morning, right? I saw it firsthand. I'm like, yo, this guy makes it so easy, bro. Because I hate waking up early. So it's like, for him, I'm like, yo, it makes it so easy. But when he wakes up, he has everything already set up. You know what I mean? He's ready, his gym opens, he already talks to the owner and stuff. Like, he's good. He's gonna make sure 100% that he's gonna get there. You know what I mean? And he makes everything around him focused on what he wants to achieve versus him trying to make everything around him based on like what he wants to achieve. Like he already sets up everything for him to win. It's hard for him to lose because everything is set up for him to win. Like I'm talking, this guy has glasses, he's shooting content while he's at the gym. You know what I mean? He's filming content while he's now it's no reason for him to not shoot content. You know what I mean? And I think that's important. I think that's really, really important and stuff like that. And are there any certain key discipline habits that you have incorporated in your life that makes you like, okay, like, you know, like do you wake up at 5 a.m.? Are you part of the 5 a.m. club or, you know, anything like that?
Now 5 a.m. I do make sure to get up at 6:30 every day though. And then I guess like staying consistent in that exercise habit, like, cause you really, like you get right in the gym, you can get right in anything. It really builds like that fundamental mindset. Is like, okay, I can consistently hit the gym every day. I can consistently work out every day. I can do anything else, right? And then also I feel like another thing that people don't really incorporate is like taking like rest, but not like rest like, okay, let me scroll on my phone or like watch TV or something like that. But like getting out in nature, like going for walks, that type of thing is like really a good way to kind of reset your mind a little bit, like get back in the frame of things, and then you're able to get right back into staying disciplined, getting the work done, that type of thing.
Yeah, definitely, bro. That's amazing. You know, and that's really important because everybody's on their phones now, bro. The world is so like scroll instead of like, let's like actually get out, you know what I mean, and enjoy the world. Like people don't talk to each other anymore. People are just heads down walking straight, you know what I mean? Headphones in, like especially like us being in college, like we see it all the time. That's one of the things like I eventually like was like, I got to a point where I was almost depressed because it was like straight up, bro, like it's just like I feel like I'm in this box, right? And I'm the only one in this box. And it's like everyone, like my social battery was horrible, bro. Like I didn't even want to talk to people. It's like everybody's just like headphones, locked in, you know what I mean? Everyone talks the same. No one's actually creative anymore. And it's like that eventually like was like messing with me like mentally. And I was like, dang, you know, like can people be like interact with each other, enjoy life, you know, and stuff like that. So how do you feel about like happiness and like how does discipline make you happier?
Because eventually like you do something for like you grow at something enough times, you get like addicted to that feeling of progress. And it's like it kind of spikes your dopamine. Like it makes you happy to see that you're growing in a specific thing. So really just getting like literally just like getting to the point where, okay, I'm doing this so many times, it's like you actually start to enjoy doing it. You start to enjoy that feeling of growth, like leveling up. It's kind of like playing a video game, right? You get like addicted to that progress, just getting that XP to leveling up.
Okay. You know, that's amazing. And I think discipline, like the small win, it ties in with the small wins. You know what I mean? Like having one small win, you reward yourself the dopamine spike, and then you focus on that dopamine spike. Because everyone's dopamine receptors are so messed up. People, men watch porn, a bunch of people, like it's so much reasons why, you know, people eat junk food all the time. You know, it's always, you're like, people don't realize you're destroying your dopamine when you do these things. Versus when you build healthy habits, you know what I mean? Your dopamine is gonna be repaired while doing those things. Like your dopamine should spike doing, like getting out, enjoying nature, right? You know? But because everyone goes to the club and they drink and, you know, throw ones at a stripper or something, their dopamine is spiked to that. So they can't enjoy nature. They can't get out and actually enjoy it. You know what I mean? I think that's very important, you know, and stuff like that. Nah, that's amazing, bro. I really do think that your message and what you're talking about on your channel, like, and on your Instagram is amazing, bro. because a lot of people don't really know these key secrets. You know, a lot of people think it's like I'm supposed to enjoy doing, like I'm supposed to go out to the gym and lift this heavy weight and necessarily feel like enjoy it. And when they don't feel that enjoyment at the beginning, because it's like, you know, you go on Instagram and you see somebody pushing 2 plates, and then you go to the gym and you try to load up 2 plates, you're obviously not gonna be able to do it the first time, and then that usually causes people to give up. But you gotta realize, for that person to push 2 plates, they had to enjoy pushing the 25, the 35, you know what I mean? Eventually they got to their first plate. It's the small wins, you know what I mean? Or even sometimes adding a 2.5, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you have to add a 2.5,
That's
you know?
right.
And a lot of people don't realize, like, those are the little things that will eventually build you to become that person of your dreams, who you want to be. You know what I mean? And last question to finish off, you know, what do you think about, like, what is your motto? Like, what is the man, like, that you want to be, or that you already are? Like, what have you incorporated in your lifestyle that is like, yo, I'm finally achieving my dreams, I'm finally becoming the man I want to be? You know what I mean?
I guess like motivation, or like what's like what am I all about kind of thing.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So like your purpose, your motto, like, do you have anything specifically that you would want to leave with the viewers? Like, hey, you know, like, this is what you should do. This is how I took initiative to become who I wanted to be. Like,
yeah. Actually, something you touched on a little bit earlier. It's like really making something so simple that you get into the mindset is like, it would be silly for me not to do the thing. It's kind of like my whole motto, I guess you could call it. Like really getting to that point of like simplifying things down to like the smallest, most easiest thing possible. It's like, okay, it would be like I might as well just go ahead and get this thing done. Like if you can get that to like, if you can get to that mindset and like everything that you do, there's nothing you won't be able to accomplish.
yeah, that's amazing. And from here, I think that's it, guys. You know, you heard it from the man himself. Once again, thank you so much. I really appreciate you for coming and showing up, being a part of this interview. You guys, go show him some love, you know, follow him on Instagram, you know, get on him, DM him. He has his own little discipline program. He'll help you out. DM him, he'll help you out, guys. Like, this is very important. And especially we as men, like, we have to start getting out there and being disciplined, doing the hard things again. You know, we can't allow society to like soften us and make us like, you know, focused on dopamine and stuff like that. And I'm honestly gonna leave it with a statistic, because I think I saw this study where it said from the 80s to now, men have lost, I think, 50% testosterone or something like that, men nowadays, which is basically saying we are becoming feminized. Like, we are literally, men are not men anymore, which is why I don't get mad at women when they say certain things, you know what I mean? Like when they say things like, oh, he's sassy and stuff. That's why these buzz terms have come out. Because realistically, men are not men no more. Like, real talk. A lot of men, they're soft. And it's time that we need to focus. We need to get our lives back, become disciplined, and stay just locked in on the important things and stuff like that. Once again, thank you, man.
Sure.
And we out.